So, good afternoon, all of you. In the last lectures, we are discuss the relationship between equilibrium constant, that is K, T, Kx, and Kc. And one more thing we discussed in the last lectures, that is we thermodynamic derivations of law of chemical equilibria, right? So today we are going to talk about the next concept, that is the Le Chatelier principles, right? So first of all, we just understand what is meant by the Le Chatelier principles, right? And then we move towards the to solve the numerical problems which based on this chemical equilibria, right? So what do you mean by the Le Chatelier principle? First of all, we just understand the Le Chatelier principles. So this is the French scientist, that is Le Chatelier, and who is studied the effect of temperature, pressure, and concentration on the chemical equilibrium. And his observations, he observed that whenever he study the temperature, pressure, and concentrations on the chemical equilibria, so he observed some effect, and he observed in the form of generations or the generalizations known as the De Chatelier principles. So whatever the effect he observed, De Chatelier observed the effect on chemical equilibria of pressure, temperature, and concentration of your reactant molecule and the reactant conditions. And he generalized this effect, which is shows in a chemical equilibria, that is called as the Le Chatelier principles. So this is a generalization statement of your Le Chatelier principles. Now, according to his principle, if a system at equilibrium and is demonstrated by changing variables such as pressure, temperature, and concentrations. Le Chatelier principles, it state that, or it is said that if any system at equilibrium, that system is disturbed by changing the variables. So which variables? Like pressure, temperature, and concentrations. So this is the variables which is changed, and then the system will tend to adjust itself so as to minimize the effect of that change as far as the possibles. So the effect of your systems after the changing temperature, pressures, and the concentration of the reactant molecules or the reaction conditions, and that time they show some effect. And the Le Chatelier said that the system which is itself to minimize, to reduce these changes or this effect, that change as far as possible. So this is the according to Le Chatelier principles. What is meant by the Le Chatelier principles? It is generalized statement. It shows the effect of uh, temperature, pressure, and concentration of reactant molecules on equilibrium constant. And whenever the system is itself to reduce or to remove or to minimize this kind of change, that is the system is it is possible that change to reduce or minimize, that is we also call it is the Le Chatelier principles. So friends, we just show the effect of first parameters like pressures. So effect of pressures, what is the effect of pressures on your equilibrium constant, right? So a small change in pressure has a significant effect on state of equilibrium in case of gaseous reactions. So let's see here the a small change in pressures, a small change in pressure. So first effect, that is the effect of temperature. First effect, that is the effect of temperature, or sorry, effect of pressure, effect of pressure. So here a small change in pressure, a small change in pressure, that is significant effect on state of equilibrium. So if you increase the pressures, for example 1 atmosphere to the 10 atmosphere, so this is a very small change in pressure, but it shows the big change in, it shows the big change in equilibrium, in equilibrium. So this is the pressure effect, this is the pressure effect on your equilibrium state, equilibrium state. So if you consider a general reactions like your the one of the process, that is the Haber process. If you consider as an examples of this Haber process, this is the Haber process, and if you consider this Haber process for what is the effect shows on this Haber process, that is the, we know that Weber process means the N2 as an gas plus this 3 times of H2 as an gas in state, and it is formations of the ammonia. So we know that ammonia also is in present in a gaseous state. So this is called as the Haber process. We know already this Haber process. If it is considered as a Haber process and it shows the effect of temperature, effect of pressure. So in these reactions, the pressure is accompanied by decreasing number of molecules if the pressure is increased. Suppose if you increase the pressure of starting material, this nitrogen and the hydrogen gas, so that time if you increase the pressure, if you increase the pressures, we are increasing here the pressures, the volume of this container or volume of this gas will be decreases. So when you applying the pressures on this gas, so that time simultaneously, then the volume of this gas will be decreases, right? So according to the Le Chatelier principles, the equilibrium will shift. This equilibrium will shift in the directions in which there is decreasing number of moles. So thus, at higher pressure, the yield of ammonia and the product of ammonia will be greater. Hence, in Haber process for the preparations of ammonia, maintain the pressure at 250 atmosphere, or in case of 200 to 250 atmospheric pressures can be maintained. Why? Because if you increase the pressures, the equilibrium state is shifted towards this higher levels, and that time because decreasing the number of molecules, so that time the decreasing number of molecules, there's a higher pressures, so it is held the number of molecules in a small container, it is increases, and therefore these reactions of Haber process will be increases, and therefore increase the product of ammonia. So it means that indirectly, what is the effect of increase the pressures on your Haber process? That is to increase the productions of ammonia, and therefore this Le Chatelier principles, it should be maintained that pressure that is 200 to 250 atmospheric pressure, and this is the effect of your pressures on a equilibrium state of molecules or the reactions. Second effect, that is the effect of temperatures. Effect of temperatures. What is the effect of temperature on your equilibrium state? What is the effect of temperature on equilibrium? Again, we consider the same reactions. Again, we consider the same reaction, that is the Haber process. We just consider to understand what is the effect shows the parameters is increases, and the what is the effect on your the equilibrium state. For example, the nitrogen as a gas is reacts with the 3 moles of your hydrogen gas. It is the productions of ammonia. So 2 moles of ammonia will be produced, and that time the delta H, the enthalpy of changing enthalpy of this reaction, it will be minus 92.38 kilojoule. So this much amount of energy, enthalpy of the energy of reactions will be produces, right? So the forward reaction is exothermic. This one is the forward reactions. It is an exothermic. This reaction is exothermic, right? And this reaction is endothermic. This reaction is endothermic, right? Exothermic means the liberations of heat. Here is the absorptions of heat, right? Hence, the backward reaction must be endothermic. So according to the Le Chatelier principles, the increase of temperature, if you increase the temperature over here, so it will favor the backward reactions. जेव्हा तुम्ही increase करताय temperature, त्यावेळेस ही reactions कुठल्याच्या favorable असतात? Backward reactions. So this reaction is more favorable because this is ammonia molecules can be easily break down at higher temperatures. So if you increase the temperature, the ammonia molecules which will be formed in the productions of this Haber process, that is, it is break down very easily, and reaction is backward reaction is favorable when the temperature is increases. So at higher temperature, the dissociation of ammonia is easily possible. So therefore, in order to get better yield of ammonia, the temperature of equilibrium or the temperature of chemical reaction, it should be low. It should be low. So at lower and lower temperatures, this reaction can be possible, the productions of the ammonia. Hence, the temperature close to 500 degrees Celsius, 500 degrees more, the temperature does not increase to 500 degrees Celsius. So therefore, it maintain below the 500 degrees Celsius, and then and only then your ammonia molecules will be formed. So this is the effect of your temperature. According to Le Chatelier principles, it shows that the effect of temperatures, if at higher temperatures the ammonia molecules, this dissociation of ammonia molecule is favorable, and therefore the reactions can be disturbed, and hence we maintain the temperature only below 500 degrees Celsius. So this is the effect of your temperature on a chemical equilibria, or the chemical state or the equilibrium state. So this is the effect of your temperature and pressures. Now the third effect, that is the concentration of the molecules, concentration of the molecules. So if the concentrations of the molecules, effect of concentration of molecules, effect of concentration of molecules. So according to Le Chatelier principle, it also shows some effect. If the concentration of one of the component or one of the chemical reactant at equilibrium stage is increased, then according to this Le Chatelier principle, the equilibrium will be shifted in a such a way that to decrease the concentration of that substances, to decrease the concentration of that substances. For example, A is react with B. तर आपण असं कन्सिडर केलंय की A हा B सोबत रिएक्ट होतोय आणि it produces C plus D. If the concentration of this product will be increases, the reactions goes to the favorably backward reactions. So the at this equilibrium stage will be shifted towards this side or this side, right? So this is the effect of temperature, effect of concentration. If the concentration of one of the component is at equilibrium is increased, then according to this Le Chatelier principle, the equilibrium will be shifted in such a way that so as to decrease the concentration of that substances. हे जर increase होत असेल, सपोज हे आपण 10 मोल्स घेतले असेल तर 10 moles आणि याचे 10 moles घेतले असेल. If you consider the A is the 10 moles and B is the 10 moles, so the C plus D will be formed 10 plus 10, or the 10 moles of the C and 10 moles of the D. But if it is increases the 15 moles of this one, so there is a need to break this and it converted into the original one, and therefore it maintained the equilibrium between the forward and the backward reactions or reactant and the product. So therefore the concentrations of this amount of the molecules of the reactant and the product will be same, and then and only then equilibrium will be easily maintained. So this is the effect shows of your concentrations of substances, right? The next effect it shows, that is the effect of catalyst, effect of catalyst. So many times we are using the reactions for increase the product or increase the easiness of the reactions, then we are using the catalyst. So what is the effect of catalyst? We know that very well. If the catalyst is present in your reactions, the catalyst always to increase the speed of reactions, rate of reactions can be increases, and then your reaction is performed very easily. So the catalyst does not change the value of equilibrium constant. So just keep in your mind these things. If you increase the, or if you add the catalyst into the chemical reactions, then and only then your reaction speed will be increases, but the catalyst does not affect any kind of or any kind of the effect on your reactions or the equilibrium value. So equilibrium will be constant. There is a no change value in the equilibrium due to the catalyst. So that does not change in the value of equilibrium, and this is will be constant only. So the equilibrium is attained earlier because of the catalyst affect the rate of forward and the backward reactions. What is the effect of catalyst? The catalyst can increase the rate of reaction, can increase the rate of reactions or the speed of reactions. So if it is increase the speed or the rate of reactions, there is the reactions can perform very easily and speedily, and therefore the K, that is the equilibrium constant, will be achieved very easily. So therefore, this is the case, or this is the effect of catalyst on your chemical reactions. So here, this the theoretical part of chemical equilibria is over now. Now we move towards the numerical problems. We move towards the numerical problems, which is based on your the chemical equilibria. So one by one, we just understand the numerical problems. Okay. So if ready with a notebook and pen with you to solve, and the calculator, scientific calculators, and to solve the numerical problem. So the first problem is calculate, calculate, calculate the standard free energy, standard free energy, standard free energy. So free energy change, free energy change for the reaction, for the reaction, for the reaction, for the reactions. This is the reactions. Carbon monoxide plus half O2, carbon monoxide plus half O2, formations of CO2, formation of CO2. And this is the in solid state, right? And that time delta H0 is equals to 270 kilojoule. This much amount of enthalpy will be released. Standard enthalpy of, or standard entropy of, entropies of CO2, CO and O2 and O2 are 205, 190 and 200 joule per degree, joule per degree per mole respectively, respectively. Predict the product, predict, predict whether the reaction is feasible or not, whether the reaction is feasible, feasible or not, feasible or not. काय दिलंय प्रोडक्ट रिएक्शंस मध्ये एक रिएक्शन दिली CO2 plus half O2 and reacts with the formations of CO2, and it calculate the standard free energy, and that will be the reactions, that is the delta H0 is equals to 270 kilojoule, and they give that standard entropy for CO2, CO and O2, and it will be 205, 190 and 200 kilojoule or joule per degree per mole respectively, and they ask to find out whether the reaction it is feasible or not. So one by one we just solve this problem. Standard change in enthalpy, standard change in entropy, standard change in entropy is delta S0, delta S0. So therefore, we know that delta S0 is equals to the summation of entropy of product. S is the entropy, right? So the entropy of standard product minus summation of entropy of reactant, entropy of reactant for the standard product and standard reaction. So delta S0 is equals to the standard entropy of CO2, CO2 plus standard entropy of CO plus 1 by 2, or standard entropy of O2, O2. So this is the formula, and we put the value of CO2, CO and O2. Then we know that delta H0 is equals to 270 kilojoule. So standard enthalpy is this one, right? So S0 CO2 it is 205, S0 O2 it is 200 joule per degree per Kelvin, and S0 CO it is 190. T is 25 degrees Celsius, right? So this is the given data in the problem. This is the given data in the problems. Now we just solve it. We just solve it. Here, the substituting the value of this, the substituting the value of CO2, SCO2, S0 CO, and S0O2. Then delta S0 is equals to 205 minus 190 plus 1 by 2 into 200. Now using the formula, delta G0 is equals to delta H0 minus T delta S0, this one. And therefore delta H0 is equals to minus 270 kilojoule equals to 270,000 joule, right? So once we find out this one, याचा आपण कॅल्क्युलेशन्स केलंय. हे कॅल्क्युलेशन्स केल्यानंतर आपण हा फॉर्म्युला यूज करतोय. So we have this one, we have this one, and okay, we have this also. Then we can find out this one, right? So on the basis of this, we can find out this. So here T is 298 Kelvin. Then delta S0 is equals to minus 85 joule per degree per mole. So delta G0 is equals to minus 270,000 minus 298 Kelvin, 85 joule, right? So when you solve this, delta G0 is equals to minus 244,670 joules when you solve it, right? Therefore delta G0 is equals to minus 244.67 kilojoule. So this is the delta G, and here the delta G is negative. So if it is delta G is negative, जर डेल्टा जी ही जर निगेटिव्ह असेल तर रिॲक्शन ही पॉसिबल आहे किंवा नाही हे आपल्याला सांगायचं आहे. इफ द डेल्टा जी इज निगेटिव्ह, देन what is the happening or what is the reaction is possible, feasible or not if delta G is negative. जर डेल्टा जी निगेटिव्ह असेल तर रिॲक्शन ही फिजिबल आहे किंवा नाही. So it means that if the reactant and product and this delta G is negative, then the reaction is feasible. Right? So in this way we can find out delta G. Right? Now the second problem, delta G जर नेगेटिव्ह असेल तर रिॲक्शन फिजिबल आहे. डेल्टा जी पॉझिटिव्ह असेल तर रिॲक्शन्स फिजिबल नाही, राईट? डेल्टा जी 0 असेल तर रिॲक्शन ही इक्विलिब्रियम स्टेजला असते. So this is the first problem. Then second problem, calculate, calculate, calculate Kc, Kc for the following reaction, for the following reactions, following reaction, that is twice SO3 gaseous, twice SO2 gaseous plus O2 gaseous, for which Kp is equals to 3.5 into 10 raised to power minus 23 atmospheric pressures at 27 degree Celsius. Kp त्यांनी दिलेला आहे. Then 27 degree Celsius means temperature it is given. So R is equals to data is 0.08206. This is also given dm cube per atmospheric per Kelvin per mole. So per Kelvin per mole, right? Temperature is given, that is 227 plus 273, that will be the 300 Kelvin, and Kp is given, that is the 3.5 into 10 raised to power minus 23. So this is the data is given. Now find out the reactions or find out this delta and calculate the Kc for the following reactions. Kc काढायला सांगितलं. So delta n first you have to find out. Delta n means here 2 minus 2 plus 1. So that will be the 1. And by using the formula, which formula? Kc is equals to Kp upon RT delta n. So this is formula, we know that this one, right? So if you know this one, Kp दिलेला आहे, that is 3 point. Those Kc is equals to 3.5 into 10 raised to power minus 23 upon R, that is 0.08206 into 300. Temperature is 300, right? आता याला रेस टू पॉवर 1 हा किती आहे, डेल्टा एन 1 आहे, 1 तो 300 होईल. So when you solve this 3.5 into 10 raised to power minus 23 upon 0.08206 into 300, so therefore Kc is equals to, it is 1.42 into 10 raised to power minus 26 mole per dm cube, mole per dm cube, and this is your equilibrium constant molar concentration Kc. This is your equilibrium constant molar concentration Kc. So in this way we can solve the problems of chemical equilibria. Chemical equilibria चे problems आपल्याला अशा पद्धतीने solve करता येतात. So the next problems we just see simple next problems. Problem number 3. At a total pressure of 2 atmospheric and 673 Kelvin, the equilibrium constant for the reaction is so N2 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 plus 3H2 N2 plus 3H2. This is in gaseous, this is also in gaseous. Formations of two ammonia molecules is gaseous. So Kp is given that 1.64 into 10 raised to power minus 4. Calculate Kc and Kx. Now we know that what we know, that is Kp is equals to Kc raised to power RT upon P0 delta N. So here we find out the delta N is equals to 2 minus 4 equals to minus 2. Okay, so delta N is minus 2. R is given, that is R is equals to 0.0821 dm cube atmospheric K inverse molar inverse. C degree is equals to 1 atmospheric, it is given. Then we can find out then Kc is equals to Kp upon RT raised to power delta N. So Kp is 1.64 into 10 raised to power minus 4 divided by R is 0.0821 into 673. Temperature is 673. Right, raised to power minus 2. So in this way we solve it. Therefore, Kc is equals to 0.50. This is the Kc. So next we can find out also Kx from these equations. Yeah, equations करून आपण Kx find out करू शकतो. We can find out the Kx. Kx means what? Kx is that is Kp is equals to Kx raised to power P delta N. त्यालाच आपण कसं लिहू शकतो? Therefore Kx is equals to Kp upon P raised to power delta N. So hence we can say that the Kx is equals to